Welcome to my presentation, Thy Will Be Done. I am your host, Loretta Caballero, and today we will be talking about making a will. Everyone knows that when you die, that you want to have the final say of who gets what from your estate. In the legal world, this is called freedom of disposition. It is the principle of estate law which encourages the law to grant people the freedom to dispose of their property any way that they want when they pass away. Most people think that if you just sit down for a minute and write out your will and sign it, that everything will be fine. In the legal world, this is known as a holographic will. But did you know that not all states will recognize holographic wills? This map of the United States shows which states recognize holographic wills and what states do not. And don't think just because you live in a red state that your handwritten will is safe, because these wills can be challenged. Holographic wills usually go through a more complex probate process that supports the normal wills. For instance, the authenticity of a handwritten document may be called into question. There could also be issues with legibility and ambiguous terms, making the will hard to read or figure out the true intention of the person who wrote the will. For consistency, the federal government created the Uniform Probate Code. Section 2502 explains perfected will creation should include that it must be in writing, it must be signed by the testator, or if the testator is unable to, by their direction in the front, and that it must either be notarized or have two witnesses sign and attest the will. That was a lot of legal terms. Let's explain them in a way that is easier to understand. Testator is the person making the will. Subscription means signed by the person making the will in front of witnesses. Attestation means affirmed or verified by the witnesses. As previously mentioned, it is the states who make the law regarding wills. Some states have adopted the Uniform Probate Code. Other states have not adopted or only partially adopted portions of the Uniform Probation Code. It is important to know your local state's laws when making a will. If you have a holographic or handwritten will, or if there are challenges to a will, the probate court of your state will hear the case. The judge will determine if the will is valid. The judge will do his best to determine what your intentions were when you made the will. You need your intentions to be clear. You need to protect yourself and your property. Your last will and testament is an important document and it must be done right. Your legacy is too important to leave to chance. You must seek legal advice from a lawyer. Creating your will is not something that anyone looks forward to. However, with proper guidance, you can create a will that is properly executed and clearly states your intentions of what you want to do with your estate when you pass away. There are also will substitutes that you can discuss with your lawyer to help determine the best way for you to handle your estate. In the end, it is about protecting yourself and your family. It can prevent arguments over who gets what and court battles. A valid will can give you the peace of mind that your estate will be handled the way you want it to be. A properly executed will can preserve your legacy and provide for your family's future. With the help of an attorney, rest assured, thy will be done correctly and thy will be done in the handling of your estate.